and welcome to Eelin's epic morning show. So it's been a while and I have been super busy. As you might notice, I have a new sound and new music for my video and a new intro. It's a courtesy of my brother Erasmus, who's made it for me for the morning show. So thank you, Erasmus. It's lovely. He will be joining me here in Turkey in a couple of weeks, and maybe we'll do a small interview with him and how he came up with the music and all that. I thought I would talk about, actually, as I promised so many times, I'll talk about the projects I've been doing. And funny enough, today is the 2nd of February. Yeah, we'll air it a bit later, but still the 2nd of February, which is the deadline day for Erasmus Plus applications for the youth sector.
So here it is, the Erasmus Plus program explained. So basically the European Commission decided to give a few million euros to youth between 2014 and 2020, and to do that they made the Erasmus Plus program where different organizations can apply for money. Here I will explain more how the youth field applies for money in Erasmus Plus. So there are 3 different key actions, and I will focus on key action 1. In key action 1, you can apply for money for youth exchanges, which is groups of youngsters from all over Europe coming together, or for EVS, where an organization hosts 1 or more volunteers for at least 2 months. And then you have the mobility of youth workers, which is training courses, seminars, job shadowings, etc. These are all simplified versions of the program, and of course there's numerous of variations of Erasmus+.
And this time I have been helping with an EVS, European Volunteer Service project, which is to take place in Vänö, the island where I'm from in Finland. We're planning to host 2 Italian volunteers this summer, and it's really important that we get it funded now, because the activities when we actually need a lot of volunteers and help is during the summer. So we would need the volunteers to be there starting from June and ending at the end of August. And we're collaborating in that project with organization in Italy called Joint, and I've been working with them for quite a while and a lot of different projects, and I know the people quite well, and they're really nice. And their president was in another project to the island, to Vänö, last August, so he at least knows where the people are coming, which is really important for us because it's quite a different situation. Anyway, so that was one application. The other application I've been assisting on is a youth exchange called International Friends Go Archipelago, I guess, and it's a collaboration between the municipalities of Cimito and Pargas, who the youth workers have been collaborating together also with the regional youth association umbrella organization, or federation maybe, and they're going to make a youth exchange where they have this group of youngsters from these 2 municipalities have invited young people from, let's see if I remember, Switzerland. Then there's going to be a group from Portugal. I'm really not good at remembering where these people come from. Greece, something like that. Oh, and then of course Turkey. And the Turkey partner is my school where I've been helping out with the English lessons, and we have had this process of selecting the young candidates who will come, if that's already happening, and so on, because we want to be part of the whole process of the application and the preparation, so and getting the young people involved from the very beginning. So we've already selected the candidates for the project, and then what else we have? We have 2 training courses that we have applied for. One, Life Story to True Glory 2. So the project we did in Scotland was called Life Story to True Glory. The target group of this we have sort of divided into 2, because we work with youth workers. So we train youth workers who are then able to bring what they've learned, to their youth groups. So basically we made a training for youth workers on how to use outdoor methodology, outdoor educational methodology, and storytelling to sort of empower and strengthen the employment opportunities of young people. How do you do that, you ask? Well, I would maybe like to show a bit of of a film we made with the team we had there. So it was me as a trainer, then the host trainer was Steve from UK, from Scotland, and then we also had, our team was joined by Sandra from Sweden, and we got really into this topic of storytelling and outdoors. So we at the end of the training, it was a wonderful training. The participants were really great. We even made this sort of video. It's a lot of inside jokes and a lot of crazy stuff going on, but we felt that there wasn't enough of scary ghost stories going around. So we started our own and we shared it. So here, have a look.
Because it was my project. And I insisted. I insisted on everything.
I want to tell you my secret now. I see participants.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy your coffee break, and we'll see you back here at 11.
Oh, just leave. Come inside. Close the door. Close the door.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm so scared.
Me too. I feel so vulnerable.
They're everywhere, they're everywhere.
What?
They're still there, they're still there.
Oh my God! Just get off. We have to run. Let's run this way.
Come on. Gab.
I'm
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to. I'm sorry the heater wasn't on after the coffee break. I didn't mean to do it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that we were so strict with the story methods that you could not choose.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The seals weren't closer for you, Esther. Go up the stairs, go.
Sandra, Steve, Sandra, where are you? Where the fuck is it? Where are you? Sandra! Oh my God. Sandra, Steve, where are you?
Yeah, I guess we're not really that sane, are we? Anyway, so the idea was to use the life stories of the participants and to from there sort of recognize the path of the hero or themselves, sort of their key moments in life and how they changed and developed, and how we could harvest sort of learning skills and aptitudes from there, and to convert it into creative CVs or self-promotional materials, or sort of like motivation letters and so. Well, yeah, let's hope, fingers crossed, for that training to happen. I'm really excited. That's maybe, I spent like 2 weeks writing the application with all the details, collecting the partners. So it was the first one I finished of the 4 applications I've been working on. Yeah, that was the one I wrote alone, basically, or collected from our findings from the previous project and collected it into one. But the other ones have been more like by co-author. So then the 4th training is called Like the Story, and I've been writing that together with my Irish partner Sophie, and she started talking about how this experience of being abroad and being a migratory person, you sort of realize that you have a very privileged situation when you're a white female. Okay, our situation is sort of the same. We're facing the same immigration situation. We're filling out the same forms. We're doing the same processes, but we have very different motivations to why we came, and maybe different sort of relationships to where we came from as well. Even though we're in the same situation, on the same train, taking the same direction, and you know. So anyway, we decided that it would be great to do a project about this, and especially about the sort of how this is emphasized in social media, and how we can break sort of social media bubble we're living in, and maybe, yeah, look at different ways of communicating the stories of migration. And we have been developing this together, so for a couple of months. The main idea, we have already talked about this for years, that we should do this type of project together, but somehow now it was the good moment for doing it. So we're hoping for that. That's going to be applied in Ireland, so fingers crossed, Lergas, help us. Okay, so that's the 4 projects I applied for now, and a little bit of background where they came from. I say but of course I'm working with a bunch of other people, with a bunch of different organizations and my networks I've been building through the years of working with these Erasmus projects. The money is never really rewarded to any individuals, but it needs to be a group of people working together. And especially if you're between, let's say, 16, 17, 18 until 30, then this is the program for you for sure. My favorite part about these training courses and projects is the educational planning. So when you plan the outcomes and the impacts and the methods and how it all relates back to the objectives and the topics that you chose for the project, that's maybe my favorite part. So sitting and planning the programs and the flows and how things go together. That's an ongoing process throughout the whole project. You have to develop things throughout. I'm gonna go on these, and I'm gonna eat a bit of breakfast and drink my tea. You might notice my other teacup broke, so I have to use this orange one. Go Holland! And yeah, I'll see you again later. Thank you so much. Bye!